my God. Okay, yo, what's going on? It's your boy Keeper Mike, and this is 102.9 Tape Deck. And tonight, I got family in the building.
Yeah, real family.
Real family, man. This is so awkward because I never thought in a million years I'll be get a chance to interview you.
How the tables have turned.
The tables be turned. Here's the thing, like I am in case my audition knows by now, I'm an inspired actor, but after all these years, I just become a disgruntled actor. So I'm not really where I want to be in my life right now. So I'm doing public access radio, just bringing artists from Massachusetts and Florida.
That's
those
us.
people that call me for a favor. This is my life, guys.
Oh man, he's the Joe Buttons of Boston.
I just can't get it right, y'all. I just can't get it right.
Oh man.
But yo, man, this man right here, in case you don't know, you know you're a legend in these streets. Do you know you're a legend? I mean,
they tossing the L word around crazy these days, and I'm like, yo, I'm not even that old.
Yeah, but you don't have to be old to be a legend, man. Listen, you have put in work in these streets, man.
Respect.
You
man.
have put in some serious work, man.
Thank you, my
brother. My guy here has been, at the radio station for eons of years, and he was putting it down at the radio station, and now he's doing something light. Something like, just a DJ for the Red Sox, something like. And not only that, man, he's a man with many hats, man. Rapper, DJ, entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He's about to take over the fashion game. He's about to, about to take Calvin Klein's spot. About to talk about the fashion game.
Mav Life.
About to take Calvin's spot for a second.
Telling you.
Yo. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. I got my brother from another mother, man, Money Mav in the building. What's going on, brother?
Yeah. So glad to be here, rocking with you, Cuban Mike. It's an honor and a privilege every time we link up. You know that, man. We go back years and years. So.
Listen, it was so funny because when we had your little Simba's birthday, I met one of your people. I met him last year, but you said something that was like hilarious. So me and this dude, we went to the club like it was our duty, like it was our job.
It was. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Our clubbing years was something out of this world.
Epic, bro. And that's when people was actually like dancing when they went out, not trying to just
Before
pop bottles and look cool. Like
before the internet.
We would leave out that joint like sweating. If you didn't work up a sweat, you didn't have a good night. Those were the times.
And make sure you have a pen in your pocket.
Oh, man.
Make sure you had a pen and some paper in your pocket because you had to run amok. You had to earn it, buddy. You had to earn it.
Right. Facts. You might, and don't have one of the cell phones with the buttons that you got to press 3 times to get the letter right. It's going to take too long. She's going to leave.
Oh, my God. Oh, good times, man. Good times. Speaking of which, like last week at 360, that was something special.
Oh, man.
Something light.
Yeah.
You know, man, it was good to see some familiar faces out there.
The Taboo reunion was crazy. Shout out to Spitter Larry.
Larry, man, my guy.
Yo, put it down. So in case y'all aren't aware, the Taboo reunion is a club that we used to rock back in the early 2000s or right up on Route 1. And then the reunion was this is part 3 that we just did. And this time we knew we had to make it special. So we brought out Nina Sky.
Yes.
And they performed all their classics, Move Your Body, Turning Me On, Oye Mi Canto. Yeah, it was a vibe,
man, lovely.
Sure.
It was classic. It was glad to see some familiar faces. You know what I appreciate about those reunions, man? And I was talking to my homegirl Liz, like it gets frustrating because every time we go out now, there's nothing like for our age. Every time we go to these clubs or lounges, whatever you want to call it, we have to cater to like the trill audience, the young audience, the young audience, which I get, is the world, but we need something for us.
Yeah.
Something for like that little era that was for us, man. So I'm glad we got something for us that, that every 4 to 6 months, we're able to get connected and see everybody get together.
And you know what? And I think it's good that we space it out like that so everybody has time to get their babysitters.
Yes.
And, and do a little stretching, just so they don't pop anything. We don't want any pulled hamstrings because there's definitely like people's moms doing the dirty wine.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like it gets real.
And they want to remind us, see, they still got it. Until the following day with them back be hurting.
Yeah, exactly. Next day you be iced up. Iced up.
Or that nasty hangover.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yo, man, real quickly, man, I saw clips last week, St. Patrick's Day week, and you were able to do the parade there.
Yeah.
Boy, has Boston progressed over the years, because boy, if black folks in the in the building right now.
I know.
In?
Yo, it's crazy because I was just watching a documentary on the Celtics. It's pretty dope. It's on.
The one on HBO. Yes, I've been watching.
Exactly.
Good,
and it was talking about a time when, if you look like me, being in Southie was not it.
Not
you know
nice.
What I'm saying? Like, yeah. So now that we got a float and we pulling up in Southie and it's nothing but love.
Yeah.
Like, yo, it just shows you how people are capable of changing and mentalities are capable of changing and people are capable of progressing. But this year was amazing. This is my second year out on the float with my boy Smiley, sick with it.
Yeah.
Look that brother up. He's doing big things. Incredible human being as well. But yeah, man, I was just so excited to be out there on the boat with him, just representing, rocking with him. He got this record called Rock the Party, right? Mm-hmm. Let me tell you, when that joint comes on, because it samples House of Pain.
Oh, okay.
Jump Around.
Okay.
When that comes on in South Boston, it is a rap. Bro, like before he even says anything, it's a rap. People are hype. So yeah, he got that one. He got this record called Turn It Up. We did all them joints. We did a couple of my joints, like all along the parade route. And let me tell you, you got to have your lungs, because like, you just going. We just performing. It's like nonstop for the whole ride. So yeah,
that's lovely, man. Shout outs, man. I'm glad that Boston, they even though Boston gets a nasty reputation with their racism, when we leave out of here, I like to say, throughout the years they have progressed.
Yeah.
Over the years they've done. Okay, we still got some work to do.
we
still got a lot of work to do.
We're not out the woods just yet.
We're not out the woods just yet. They've been doing okay now. They've been doing okay. They are racist. They've done a good job suppressing the hell out of it. So.
Right. You know what I think it is, too? I think, like, a lot of times the love overpowers that. If there's just so much like positivity and like, people that are having a good time, it's gonna overshadow any, negativity or any racism that, might rear its ugly head.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I will say this, I've been doing this radio thing for like 5 years, and I'll be honest with you, this was not part of my agenda, because my whole thing is either like, trying to find like some movie role or do something with spoken word, because I've been my go-to alley.
Okay.
But I was doing the podcast before the podcast became the podcast with Britt back in the day.
Yeah.
And she'd been on me for like years to do this, and she like, do it. And I'm like, I'm not gonna do it. This looks like a 2-3 year like harassment. She wanted me to do this.
Yeah.
And I finally caved in and I did it.
Yeah.
And I will say, with the podcast thing, because, podcast and radio, even though I do both, is very, very different. Because, with radio station, there's rules we got to follow.
Of course.
Even with public access radio, there's rules you got to follow. So you know that better than anybody else.
I'm hip.
So I with podcasts completely uncensored, you just could do whatever the heck you want.
Right.
But I will say, man, when I started doing this thing, and I was having a lot of fun, because I was able to like do things that I like, which is like, bring like whatever music I like, and bring friends over and just have conversation with them.
Right.
And just able to vibe out with them. I will say, between spoken words, which I'm going to have Amanda on the show, which I got back to doing. And
Amanda Shea?
Yes.
Dope.
And she was, I'm trying to have her on the show, because I would like to have a couple of words for her, positive words, because she's been, part of my motivation, trying to get back to writing again. I will say, besides her and my other brother, Rob, who also does spoken words, I would say you've been one of my inspirations to do this radio thing, because I've been watching over the years, and we were boys when you were doing, well, we're still boys, but you were doing this thing. Yeah. I watched you.
My God.
I watched you, man.
Yeah.
And it's like, I seen the way you have your cadence and your shtick, and you were one of the people that I follow and I study when it came to doing this thing, man. So just in case you don't know, I want to give you your flowers in that department to let you know.
My man.
You've been one of the ones, man.
That's what's up.
So looking out.
And I'm definitely one who was able to stand on the shoulders of giants. A lot of my OG radio people, like, I remember listening to WILD and 88.9 at night when I was a kid. So, shout out to all those radio veterans that, helped me get my swagger right for the radio, like, Elroy, Coach Willie May, Sonny Joe White. Like, yeah, those are some big time radio names. DJ Roy Barboza, like,
boy.
Yeah. Master Millions.
Yeah.
Even Lust, yo.
Shout out to Lust. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lust. I got him on the show, man. Shout out to Lust, man. But, yo, man,